Welcome back. My name is Christine Richards, and I am the Research Director at Zpryme. And we're thrilled to have Thierry with Schneider Electric with us this afternoon. So thank you so much for taking the time. Now, you talked a little bit today in your keynote speech about microgrids and distributed energy. So it'd be great to get a sense from you of what direction are microgrids and distributed energy really heading in, and what sort of factors need to come together to make some of this really start to happen on a large scale.
Yes, so large scale, at least at the level of electro-intensive and electro-sensitive customers. So I'm not talking about mass market microgrid, but in terms of the most important customers that a utility may have, I think we are at the point where these customers are seriously looking at microgrid. And therefore the choice of the utility is, am I part of the game, or am I just a bystander kind of suffering from the effect that this microgrid will have, which is, first of all, loss of load, loss of revenue from an energy point of view, but maybe even a side effect of less stability in the grid. So I think what needs to happen is that the society in general, both regulator, utilities, which represent the ratepayers, and the microgrid customers recognize the value that they bring to each other and create a common business case, if you will, to justify this investment. I think, so in short, the number one priority is how do you finance a microgrid that can contribute not only to the owner's goal, but to the society goals.
So, how do people go about building a business case like that with so many different players and competing interests involved?
Well, first of all, that's why Schneider Electric is here. We specialize in that. We design, we roadmap technically and economically what it takes to do that. Most of the case, it's a retrofit program. So you take an existing campus and you look at what it would take to make it into a microgrid, and then we can entertain discussion with the utility, and then even go all the way to help the utility make the business case on how this microgrid will be a part of the extension of the grid. So yeah, it's step by step. You can start small. You can start with a simple generator set, and start augmenting that with solar panels or other source of renewable energy as you grow. You don't need to do a big project at one time.
Yeah. So, how do you see it really, I guess, evolving with the role of utilities in all of this? What role do utilities play going forward, as microgrids and distributed energy come online? How are utilities going to evolve?
We've seen utilities taking a forefront role. We've seen utilities saying, I'm going to start a subsidiary, deregulated business, to build those microgrids. We have not seen so much utilities taking the role of operating those microgrids, because it's still a very new market, but I think that's where they will go. They will offer the service of setting it up and running it and maintaining it. We know about performance contract in energy efficiency world. Theirs would be similar. There would be a performance contract for people who want to operate microgrid on behalf of the owner. So I think that's kind of a new business for utilities. The impact on the regular business is that the guys who are running the distribution grid are going to have to adapt and take advantage of those microgrid that comes online and can be controlled by them. So yeah, it's more of an adaptation for the traditional business.
So it sounds like, there's a lot of change going on, and for Schneider Electric, what are you looking at in 2015, and what should we be aware of?
Well, Schneider Electric is in a transformation phase. We're really embracing this new world of distributed energy. So we've always been very involved in energy efficiency from the facility point of view. We've made some acquisition recently that takes us to the utility world, especially the medium voltage, the automation systems, and now we're marrying the two to be the leader in supply and demand, bridging supply and demand using the demand response, and using distributed energy. So what you're going to look for is big announcement of Schneider Electric making some good projects in distributed energy.
Yeah, I mean, that's exciting. I mean, it's such a huge area, and it seems like it's really taking off. So,
yes, it is.
Yeah, well, congratulations, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Christine.